This bioanomaly is larger. We should prepare before activating it.
Good idea, Ashley. We can... set up mines and sentry guns around it. Some temporary walls might also be a good idea.
There's nothing here.
One of the energy eruptions came from these coordinates. Maybe we should check the area with the geoscanner.
Good idea. There might be something remaining underground.
Crafting completed.
Technology has been
What do
developed.
you think we are looking for? Can you tell me what you learned about Anorix? Research completed. On Orion.
The anorix that I've seen there was primarily in the form of glowing red crystals. However, I think that its appearance can change depending. On the local environment and some other unknown factors.
Some of the Anorix infected creatures that we have seen here included crystalline growth on their bodies. However, their color palette was mixed. That might suggest that the Anorix that we are observing here could behave in a different way to what you have seen. On Orion.
Let's hope it's less dangerous. Either way, those infected creatures acted as if they were feral. So even if it's less dangerous, it still poses a great threat to the local ecosystem. It's just a resource cache, nothing spectacular.
My sensors detected intense neutrino bursts at the same time that we've observed these energy eruptions. Why do you think this happens?
I don't understand why this is happening. Neutrino emissions usually accompany nuclear reactions, like beta decay or nuclear explosions. The amount of neutrino particles that were emitted by Anorix doesn't correspond to anything that humanity ever has observed in nature. It's like a pocket supernova. That's why I thought it could be Anoraks.
That makes sense. My sensors were overloaded by those emissions. They were off the scale by orders of magnitude.
Another Anoraks bioanomaly. I think we should get rid of them. They could be corrupting the local fauna.
I agree, Ashley. Be careful, though. We always get attacked when we activate them. Technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting.
We've cleared all of the energy eruption sites. Let's get back to our main objective.
Ashley, wait a moment. Do you have a theory on why Anoraks is connected to these huge neutrino bursts?
I have my own personal opinion on this, but there is no proof for it. I think that Anoraks can interact with the environment on a subatomic level and transpose individual atoms into other forms of matter by rearranging fermions, bosons, or some other elementary particles. Such reactions would normally emit enormous amounts of destructive energy. However, Anoraks reacts in a different way. It consumes that energy and grows upon it. The only trace it leaves is a burst of neutrino particles.
That is a very disturbing theory. What you are describing sounds like a cancer, but for both living and non-living matter.
These are just my thoughts. I've encountered this substance only once. It doesn't have to work like that on this planet. It might even be something completely different. Either way, we can't ignore that threat. Close. Third time's the charm. Let's see if the creature escapes again.
I think we've got a bigger problem, Ashley. The target location is swarming with necrodons and other hostile creatures. We have to clear it out before we can investigate anything.
We've cleared out the area. Nothing's happening. Are we in the correct spot?
That is correct, Ashley. This is where the underground movement stopped. We should check the area with a geoscanner.
Okay, let's do that.
This is enough. There is a vast network of limestone caverns below us. However, I did not detect any large objects moving underground.
If we can't go any further...
Research completed.
Then I think we should go down there to look for this hypothetical Moby Dick that we've been chasing.
I did not detect any passages that could lead us directly to the larger cavern system below us. We also cannot rift jump underground. That's too dangerous.
Okay, then let's make our own entrance. Do we have the schematics required to build a mining elevator?
Affirmative, Ashley. This is a good location to place it. It is a big machine, but it's self-sufficient. It doesn't require any additional power source to function.
Wow, it's bigger than I thought. It's going to be a wild ride underground.
We will not be going down that deep, but the drill is going to destabilize this valley. We won't be able to return to this location.
Fair enough. This thing is going to take a while to construct. Maybe we should go exploring in the meantime.
Negative. I am detecting several groups of enemies heading our way. We should prepare to defend as fast as possible.
Roger that. Let's wall off the area and lay down some traps before the incoming attack.
Danger! Enemy creatures are closing in. Get ready to fight.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting. First wave defeated. Warning, a larger attack group is incoming.
There's never a dull moment. Let's strengthen defenses around the mining drill.
Research completed.
Base is under attack.
A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting. Research completed.
Is under attack.
One of our walls has been destroyed.
Base is under
Mining elevator construction finished.
Okay, it's time to see what this planet is hiding underneath its skin.
Ashley, you can activate the mining elevator as soon as you're ready. Remember that we won't be able to return to this location afterwards. The drill is going to collapse this area. Subterranean travel complete.
Wow, this place is so beautiful. The rock structure above us looks like a petrified sponge with intertwining holes everywhere. We're deep underground, but the sky is still visible from here.
Be careful, Ashley. We do not have any information about what could be hiding beneath the planet's surface.
We came here to track down whatever has been causing those earthquakes and neutrino bursts. I personally think that one is caused by the other. Either way, I think that we should first look around those caverns and search for traces of anything unusual.
Can you define usual in these circumstances?
You're such a smartass, Mr. Riggs. Just tell me if you detect any readings that seem out of place in this environment.
Understood. We have to gather more data about these caverns to be able to distinguish any abnormalities.
Wow, those critters were getting up after we've slain them. Every time they got up, there was a bright flash of energy from the crystals on their backs. Mr. Riggs, did you detect any traces of anorix within them?
Negative, Ashley. It appears that this is an indigenous species that evolved this way.
Those giant bullfrogs were fused with crystal formations, just like the Crystalros that we encountered earlier. A lot of creatures in this biome are fused with crystal formations. There's an abundance of rich mineral deposits in these caverns, but why do these creatures attach them to their bodies?
If they can metabolize the minerals within these crystals, then they might be using them as a source of energy. Similarly to fat for most of Earth-based animals, or sugar in the case of plants.
That would make sense. However, something tells me that there's more to this.